shit's falling apart. Shit sucks ass. So reality can suck my fucking booty hole, because I spoke about this to a friend, shout out Evie. This is like ages ago we spoke about it, and it's about what she calls maladaptive daydreaming. And I've never actually known the term about it, and I haven't done much research about it whatsoever, even prior to making this video. So I'll just talk about what I go through and what I've done most of my life, and that is like a form of escaping reality. And if you guys want to educate me on it, please do let me know what to look up on, etc, etc. I do this thing, and I've been doing it since I was about, I think, 6 or 7 years old, where I have a place in my mind that I go to. Alright, right now I kind of have two, but like the one that I've had since I was like 6 years old, of like a treehouse. And there's characters, there's stuff that we are building. We build things out of bamboo. This is all imaginary. It's basically imaginary land in my head. And before I go to sleep, I go to this safe place, and there's people's names, there's development, and really, I've been dreaming about this place since I was 6, and only about 8 to 11 days have gone by during this dream. Getting to the location, building things, planting seeds. Right now we have broccoli, cauliflower, spinach growing. Oh no, we don't have spinach growing yet. We're gonna get some. Cabbage, chili. We're growing things, building things. We built a chicken hut. The youngest girl is this is so weird to talk about, opening up a cricket farm to sell at the market. So it's really weird, because there's things that happen in these dreams, and it actually started off with like an actual dream. It turned into like a daydream. So when I'm like trying to go to sleep, I go to the safe place. When I'm in the car, I'll think about this place and catch up with everyone, and a lot of it is like repeating the same things. I rewind a day or so, then recap on that day, and then maybe like a few more minutes or an hour or so goes by. That's why it has only developed to like 2 weeks max. Wow, this is so random. It's basically escaping your reality to avoid what's happening in, here. So a lot of people think that addiction is a form of just escaping your reality. Sometimes people may say, oh, I'm addicted to meth, I'm addicted to weed, I'm addicted to this. Really what it is they're addicted to escaping this reality. It's very relatable to me because I've had a lot of issues with drugs and substance abuse issues, and a lot of it comes from not accepting that this is the world we live in. And think about it, the world is great, but the world sucks in a lot of ways. People are killing animals, and they're trapping them, confining them, torturing them, R-wording them for milk and for taste buds, simply because we think they taste good. Like, the world is being trashed upon by us humans. We're nothing but, I'm not gonna say we're trash, but we definitely are trashing this earth. And it's hard to live with. It's hard to live with for empaths, for those who are somewhat aware. Think about it, like my generation and like Gen Z, etc. Like, we're all somewhat going through depression or some type of anxiety. We're all going through a lot because the world is not as permanent as we used to think it was. Like, shit's falling apart. Shit sucks ass. Sorry to say. A lot of people my age and a lot of people in general are just escaping this world that we live in, whether that's through substance abuse or daydreaming. And when I was going through the hardest times of my life, I slept into my daydream world more. I would just lie in bed and think about my dream. This like safe space. I have two. I don't want to talk about too much about it. I've already given like a little, that's already way too personal. People in my life can be in these dreams, in these like daydreams, and weirdly enough, a lot of the things that have been in my daydreams have manifested into my real life. So people that I think of in these daydreams, they started off as like celebrities or like YouTubers or whatever, and then over time, like, I've managed to have relationships with YouTubers the same way that I've had them in my dreams. Wow, look at outside. Hang on. All these birds. But yeah, so this is, you know, a really random chat. I just kind of wanted to make this video to see if anyone can relate to me. Because I remember when I was going through like heavy deep depression, when I was like being on part-time school and like slowly getting to the process of being kicked out due to attempts and shit like that, I would just lie in my bed and think about these daydreams because I didn't want to think about reality. And I remember even like my parents coming into my room and being like, why are you sleeping so much? Like, why aren't you doing anything? And it was because I just couldn't accept that this was the fucking world I was living in and that this is what I was going through and this is like what life is. And it was really hard. I find that when I'm doing better in life, I'm actually not slipping into these daydreams because one, when I'm doing better in life, I'm working so hard on reaching my goals and my hobbies that when I lie in bed, I fall asleep instantly. I don't have to like wriggle around and like tossing and turning. And that's what it was. Like when I would toss and turn, that's when I would be like, you know what makes me feel safe, what makes me feel comfortable, which makes me feel at ease is going into my dream space, my imaginary make-believe world. And I would like go there, but in the last few months I've been pretty well and pretty good because I've been working hard, coming to Finland, working on you know, being able to afford a trip to Europe and stuff. I wasn't dreaming so much in my dream state. This is just something that I'm just aware of because when I'm heartbroken, when I'm going through stress, when I'm going through pain, when I'm going through heartache or losing a friend or losing someone or mainly like heavy stress, I'll just like look at my list of things that I need to do and I'll just close it and I'll just lie in bed and think about my daydream. And what's worse is that I can't sort through my life's issues or my priorities or my tasks and stuff when I'm just lying in bed thinking about a make-believe world. Part of me fights with this thought because of this saying, achieving your dreams is 50% dreaming them and 50% doing it, like executing them, going for it, you know, like physically trying for it. Weirdly enough, a lot of these daydreams I've had have come true. I remember daydreaming about being a YouTuber before I even started YouTube. Oh my god, I forgot to mention this, but one of my daydreams when I was younger was about living in a loft that looks pretty much exactly like the loft I live in today. And not only that, applying for the loft that I live in, this was the first and only place I applied for, and I got it instantly. And in Brisbane, at this day and age, that's freaking impossible. So to me, that was just fate. Like, this is made for me. Like, I dreamt for this to happen. I would dream about certain people, and then those people would come to me. I wouldn't even, like, make the effort to get those people that I dreamed of. They would just come to me. So a lot of it's like, why should I stop myself from having these daydreams? They're helping me achieve my goals and like manifest my dreams and make those things happen. And especially with this like main core treehouse dream that I have since I was young, basically my number one goal in life is when I'm old, I want to live fucking by myself. I want to live with my cats, my dogs, my cows, my chickens, my goats, my cricket farm, my ant farm, my worm farm, like generate my own electricity, make my own clothes, farm my own food, build my own house, tree house or whatever the fuck. Like, that's my main goal in life, to be like 100% self-sustainable, to live away from people, get out of the city and not have any idea what's happening with the world. Call it running away from this reality, or call it a dream to get back to my roots of just being in a nice warm Asian country, surviving off the land and not being worried about the shit happening in the world. But that has always been my dream, and dreaming about this treehouse dream, it kind of educates me on how I can do that, the first steps I have to take. Like, I really started off in this dream with coming up with a water system so you can drink safe water. Like, one of the first things to do is to prepare the land so that I can grow seeds, grow plants and stuff, so by the time I've like been building all the other things that like the food's already starting to grow and stuff like that. And then also watching things like my favorite YouTube channels, Our Primitive Technology, primitive living, where basically making things like making shoes out of sticks and twigs, like making shelter out of mud, like all that stuff. Those are my favorite YouTube channels to watch. They always have been. And with like dreaming this dream, it just like pushes me to educate myself more on how to primitively live, like how to go about it. And even now, you know, I'm focusing on buying land over in Asia, and it is like a bit of a long-term goal, but it's starting to look more and more doable, more and more realistic. I'm here in Finland with my family. My mom, who raised me, is Indonesian, my dad's wife, and she has accepted my offer of if she could buy land for me in Indonesia, obviously with my money, but under her name, and she has said yes. And whew, that's like means so much to me, because all I want to do is like reach this dream of like getting the fuck away from the world, and then also having to know if I have some type of dismissive, avoidant personality or something, and whether it's even smart for me to dream about getting the fuck away from people, or if that's just gonna hinder me, if that's just me running away from the fact that this is life. Like, this is life. Paying bills is life. Going grocery shopping is life. Doing your laundry with a washing machine and neighbors and all this stuff. Like, maybe I'm just running away from the fact that this is life. And that's also something that I need to compartmentalize and figure out. If anyone can relate to me, please let me know. Like, what do you do to escape reality? Like, I do focus on meditation. I do focus on staying here, being here now, mindfulness, just being aware, being in the present moment. I do try my best to focus on that every day. That's why I have this reminder on my neck, just to remind me to be here now. Sometimes I just think is really like running away from everyone and running away from my problems by dreaming about a better life. If that's really the way to go, because reality can suck my ass. Sometimes it sucks, but obviously I'm not going through anything too much, and I'm in a better place, and I'm happy and I'm well. So don't feel worried for me, or don't feel concerned about me in any way. I just wanted to open up this discussion with other people and see where you guys are at. I think the term is maladaptive daydreaming, and if you would like to talk to me about it in the comments below, I would very much like to know that I'm not alone. And if I am, that's okay, because I'm gonna be alone in the end anyways. Yeah, so hope everyone's having a really good week. This is my last few days in my parents' house over in Turku in Finland. Then I go back to Helsinki on Wednesday, and then I fly to Switzerland on Thursday, and then I will be in Constance Lake by the end of Thursday with my best friend, my best childhood friend. We've been friends since we were 10 years old, since I was 10 years old. Maybe I'll make some videos with her. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to eat the camera.